Welcome to Craven College Aviation Academy. Located next door to Leeds Bradford Airport and the multi-flight private hangar, the Academy trains hundreds of people to work in all fields of airport operations.
We learn about the airport, the airfield, the airlines,
marketing, commercial operations, economics,
airside hazards, airside safety, basic English, interview techniques for some of us who haven't done interview techniques for quite some time.
It kind of puts you in good stead for anything you're going to after that. It's a good stepping stone.
There isn't a standard career path after they finish here. Students have ended up with British Airways and with EasyJet currently.
A lot of them at level 3 will go either into cabin crew, working on the ground, maybe dispatchers, working on the ramp.
If you're not really sure about what part of aviation you want to go in, when I started here I just really wanted to be an engineer, and then we started learning more and more about aircraft, and now I'm trained to be an airline pilot, and without this course I wouldn't have a clue of how to even try to become an airline pilot. So.
Because of the Academy's fantastic location, it has solid links into the industry.
We have fantastic relationships with the airport, with Service Air, with Jet2, and what that does is it means that we're teaching the subjects that the airlines, the handling agents, the airport want taught.
We can get a lot of guest speakers over from the airport and from Jet2. It also gives us the opportunity to have little trips over to the airport to see things that we're learning about in practice.
After I left here, I actually went to get a job with Service Air initially. I worked with them for a few months, through the college it was.
Regularly we supply Service Air and Jet2 with their entry-level staff.
You know, we have multi-flight just 100 yards away from the college itself, so for someone like me who wants to do pilot training, you know, you finish college and just walk down the road and get on a plane and go for a flight.
In addition to Leeds Bradford, the Academy is also connected to the hot and sunny Mortaluca Airport.
On my second year at the BTEC, we had a educational visit to Malta. We visited all the different departments within Malta Airport.
Our students will go and do 2 weeks work experience, and every day they're working starting at 9 in the morning, finishing around about 5 o'clock in a different area, so they see all sides of the airport operation. A lot of the sides that we can't actually get into over here because of security, we have permission to go into with Air Malta and Malta Airport.
It's a huge airport, a lot of business, and that work experience really is a great insight into what goes on at a proper airport.
To top it off, all tutors and lecturers are trained industry professionals.
So I've worked for airlines, I've worked for airport authorities, I've worked for handling agents as well.
My background has mainly been travel and tourism, up to managing director level of tour operators. I've worked with airlines such as Air Europe.
They keep in touch with you afterwards as well, as much as you want them to, as much as you need to, so you're never left without anything to call back on.
So we're not teachers who have learnt about aviation, we're aviation people who have learnt in our later years about teaching.
So there it is, Craven College Aviation Academy. What more could you want?
The college is based on next to the airfield. Is a good motivation in the morning when you're walking on the drive, and have some dream aspiration when you see aircraft flying and landing and taking off.
Every one of the tutors here has come from industry. We're all specialists in our own field.
95% of our students will either go on to higher education and then into aviation, or into employment in aviation anyway.
All the students here love it. You could be sat in lesson and all of a sudden you'll hear an aircraft underneath you fire up. It's fantastic, it really is fantastic.